All right, and we are back for the third and final round, and oh, finally, that's what I want to see in an opening hand, is 3 colors. We're up against Xart, who won the die roll. I'm pretty salty about it, but ooh, so Scoured Barrens. Is this the mirror match? I dread the mirror match. Or is it Mardu? That's like the only thing that would be worse. Well, let's just play out turn 1 Hateblade. So yeah, we'll probably just go Hateblade into Heir of the Wilds, and we'll have so much death touch that attacking on the ground is going to be a pretty arduous proposition. Ooh, Polluted Delta. Jeez, everybody's making money today, except me. So Polluted Delta, that's interesting. Does that mean we're playing against like an Esper deck? Or, alright, well, Disowned Ancestor and Mardu Hateblade. That's pretty good. Bondkin. That's fine. Gives me a turn 3 play. I think I just play Heir of the Wilds here. I should probably play a Forest first. Yeah, I'm just going to play Heir of the Wilds. I don't think like playing a swamp and like attacking with that is worth doing, so. If he wants to attack with the Hateblade, I think I might be willing to trade it off. I don't know. That's tough. Plays a Morph. Doesn't attack with the Hateblade. Okay. Well, there's another swamp. All right, so I think I probably just play the Krumar Bondkin here. I don't really see any need to attack with like Heir of the Wilds. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the Bondkin. Pretty interesting board here. Is the opponent might be stuck on a color. The Polluted Delta is interesting. They could be playing that just for like thinning purposes, which isn't terrible, but seems a little strange. That's probably more likely than that they're playing like Esper. They could just also just be like 5 color. Okay, so the ground is like totally locked down now, so I'm gonna play the Alabaster Kieran and start attacking in the air. It could be right to play the Absinthe Falconer there, but I think I just want to like get the beatdown going. The Absinthe Falconer is kind of slow for that. Like I have to play it, and then I have to outlast it, and then it can start attacking. So I think it's probably better just to get the Kieran down. Okay, so he attacks with the Hateblade here. So the question is, do I want to trade my Hateblade for it? It seems like a weird attack. It's probably better to just take 1. Oh, Raid. Okay, so that's why he's attacking with it, obviously. So probably has Mardu Horde Chief. Oh, Skull Hunter. All right. I probably want to discard this Plains. The Unyielding Krumar seems really good here, and obviously the Absinthe Falconer is good. So. All right. Well, there's a Forest. I can flip up the Bondkin, which does actual nothing with the board the way it is. Well, not nothing. I mean, it eats his Disowned Ancestor, or it eats one of his morphs. So maybe that's what I want to do. Yeah, let's do that. While he has his shields down. He's also stuck on mana, it appears. So he's just gonna take. That's fine. Then I think I'll just play out the Unyielding Krumar and keep up a Death Touch activation in case he's gonna swing in with those morphs. Oh, that would be my phone. Mute that. Chief of the Scale. Interesting. That's a warrior, that's a warrior, that's a warrior. So yeah, he has many warriors, it would appear. No attack. And there's Chief of the Edge. That's interesting. Okay. So I definitely want to keep up the first strike on the Unyielding Krumar. That seems pretty good right now. Maybe I'll do this again. Attack with that. Well, now he has the Hateblade with Death Touch activation, so that doesn't seem as good. I think just attacking with the Kieran is okay here. He doesn't have any pressure on me, and I have at least some amount of pressure on him, so I think that seems okay. Unfortunately, I don't have the double white, so I can't like keep up the first strike activation, but I think I do want to play the Absent Falconer here and keep up the Death Touch activation. Yeah, so drawing another planes would be nice here. I have a lot of white stuff I need to do. Outlast on the Disowned Ancestor, that's okay. And nothing else, alright. Yeah, so the opponent's just mana screwed now. Ooh, Throttle. Well, that's a good draw. Probably want to throttle, like... I don't even know what I would want to throttle. I do think I need to start making some attacks here, though. And getting some pressure on the opponent, so... Yeah, I'm not sure if my attacks are very good, though. Maybe just attack with the Kieran and Outlast. And then I have some serious pressure. That's like 5 flying in the air. Not like 5 flying in the air, actually 5 flying in the air. Seems pretty good. So... yeah, I'm just playing against all the mana screwed opponents today, which is definitely makes me look good, so so that's good. If I had the choice for my opponent to be mana screwed or not mana screwed, I would choose mana screwed. Planes. It's just what I wanted to draw. Well, I clicked through my first main phase, but I don't think I really wanted to play anything. There was some lag there, so that's why that happened. It's not because I'm bad at this. Yeah, not at all. Planes. I'll probably play out a Chief of the Edge here, just to get it on the board. And now I have like, I can give the Krumar First Strike. I can give the Hate Blade Death Touch. Ooh, so, okay, so the opponent is Mardu, and they play their own Alabaster Kieran. Well, that's pretty good right now. It buys them some time. Although I can just throttle it, which has got to be good. Ooh, First Strike. I like First Strike. So the question is, do I attack with everything while my opponent's tapped out? Well, they can't flip their morphs, which has got to be good for me. They can't give their Hate Blade Death Touch. Yeah, if there was ever a time to attack, I think it would be now, so... I think I attack with everything here. And we get that nice Heir of the Wild. So, we'll let the opponent do the math. I'm not going to do math. I just attack with everything, let the opponent do the math. Block the Kieran. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I guess one of their morphs could be Ruthless Ripper, which would probably be bad for me. Not even that bad, though. I mean, there's not much he could trade it off for. Yeah, this is a tough spot for the opponent, for sure. So if I want my Krumar Bondkin to survive, I have to flip it up. Ooh, double blocks the Heir of the Wilds. That's interesting. So he's afraid of that, I guess. Which makes sense. I gotta say, these seem like pretty reasonable blocks. I think I just flip up my Bondkin here. Oh, assign block order. Chief of the Scale. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna flip up the Bondkin and call it a day. So the opponent goes to 4. I have 4 creatures. The opponent has 1 creature. That seems like a good spot for me. So I can untap, swing with everything, and the opponent's dead, but we'll see what they play. Basically, whatever they play, I'm just going to throttle the Kieran and attack with my flyers, and we should be in a pretty good spot. Yeah, so once again, we played against the mana-screwed opponent, so it's hard to feel too good about winning. but it feels good for sure. Wooded Foothills, geez. Well, the opponent may be mana screwed, but they are wealthy in tickets. How much is Wooded Foothills even worth? It's probably not worth that much. It's probably like 6 tickets. But still, the opponent could have attacked there. It has vigilance. Okay, so I probably just throttle. Now, you know what? So the question here is, like, what's the safest way to play this? Is it to attack with everything? The opponent could have, like, could have kill shot. I don't know. I don't think there's much that the opponent could have. I think the safe play is just to attack with everything. Okay, so there we go. I want to see what the opponent's morphs were. Let's see. What were the opponent's morphs? Okay, reveals Krumar, Bonkin, and Einok Tracker. Okay, well, that's good to know. So that's the 3/3 first strike. I don't really like the 3/3 first strike. Okay, so we're playing against, I guess, what is supposed to function as, like, an aggressive Mardu deck. So maybe I want Archer's Parapet. It's an option. He's got the Death Touch guys. Unyielding Krumar's pretty good against them. It's, once again, I don't really know what I want to cut. Maybe Sage Eye Harrier's not very good here, and Archer's Parapet would just be better. I mean, it's funny because I talked before about how Sage Eye Harrier flies over and gets in 1 damage every turn, but Archer's Parapet does the exact same thing. So maybe Archer's Parapet's just better. I think I'm gonna make that change. So could be good. All right, submit. So our opponent will decide to play first. Oof, I don't know. This is a tricky one. I don't really like hands like this where it's like if I want to win the game, I basically have to draw lands every turn for the next bunch of turns. But there are a lot of lands in my deck. I think I'm gonna keep it. That could be wrong, but I mean, I am on the draw and I am up a game. So maybe that makes it a little bit of a better decision, but I think I don't like to mulligan. Nobody likes to mulligan. I'd rather have the evil I know than the evil I don't know. It's like, who knows, my six land hand is gonna have more than 2 lands. It's probably not, but it might have some cheaper spells. So yeah, there's definitely an argument either way. I wouldn't fault anyone for mulliganing that. Okay, so I think I want to get down Chief of the Edge. If the opponent's stuck on black, it's just a blowout. Whereas Einok Bonkin is not. It just trades. So, oh well, the opponent's not stuck on black. So, ooh, attack. Interesting. Well, not interesting because they either have, if they can play any creature here, and it'll trade with my Chief of the Edge. Yeah, just like a Morph, for example. So if we draw a land, Parapet. Well, that's, see, the Parapet seems good here. Play out the Bondkin. Yeah, I guess it's our turn to be mana screwed. We've been dishing it out to the mana screwed players all draft. So it's time for me to be mana screwed, I guess. Definitely doesn't feel too good being on this end. Yeah, this is the first draft I'm recording, so definitely get at me in the comments and let me know if there's any problems with, like, the video or the audio levels, if something's too loud. I am playing with the Magic Online audio turned on right now, which could be wrong. I know a lot of people keep the Magic Online audio off, but I kind of like it. I keep it at a pretty low level, I think. So I like the sound effects. It really makes me feel immersed in the game. So let me know what everybody thinks in the comments. If enough people want me to turn it off, I'll turn it off. That's awkward. So I think I'm just going to outlast the Bondkin here. That makes the Absent Falconer a lot better in the future. And it uses my mana. But I don't know, this doesn't seem like a very good spot. It looks like we might be going to a game 3. But it's definitely not over yet. Ripping like 2 lands off the top would probably put us in a pretty good spot. We have some sweet 4-drops. And we have a pretty sweet 3-drop. We also have like a Murderer's Cut, which doesn't necessarily cost 5, so... yeah, the attack with everything. Well, this will deal me 5 damage, go to 10. Yeah, I definitely don't want to block the Morph. That's got to just be a blowout. The Morph could be Ponyback Brigade. It could also be a Krumar Bondkin. Oh, they don't flip it up, so that's fine. Yeah, we saw Inoc Tracker, which has First Strike, which would be bad for us, and Bondkin, Krumar Bondkin, which would be fine. Like, trading that for the Chief of the Edge would be okay. Ooh, Sultai Scavenger. Well, that's not good. If we draw land, I can get my Inoc Bondkin up in the air, and we don't draw land, so I can't get my Inoc Bondkin up in the air. I think at this point I want to attack with Chief of the Edge, because I probably don't want to block the Morph with it. And if he wants to trade for one of the flyers, no, he doesn't. Okay. So I have to discard. I think it's a little bit late for Archer's Parapet to do much. Or maybe Throttle. Yeah, Throttle is just miles away. At least Archer's Parapet would be castable with a Forest. It's probably too late for anything to make a difference here. Chief of the Scale, yeah. And another Morph. So opponent can just get in with the flyers here. Yeah. And that has me dead pretty quickly. So I need to rip a land off the top to get Abzan Falconer. Yeah, no. Alright, so... not going to complain. I mean, opponent was mana screwed game 1. It's pretty much justice for us to get mana screwed game 2. Not really wanting to sideboard anything here. I just, that hand was probably a mulligan. But, I mean, as you saw, like, at any point, a third land could have put us in a reasonable spot. Getting our Bondkin up in the air would have been sweet. So maybe it wasn't so bad to keep that hand. But we'll see what happens. Yes, I would like to play first. Okay, so this is the opposite of the mana screwed hand. So, the problem with this hand is, with the last hand, any land brought all of our sweet spells online, whereas with this, any land we draw is just garbage. So I think I'm going to mulligan this. This seems okay. Turn 2 Bondkin seems fine, and I definitely like to see that we have 2 colors, so... we'll see if we can get there. Definitely like having the Bondkin, being able to put mana into it. No turn 1 Hateblade. I definitely like to see that. And we have all 3 of our colors, so that is good as well. So we'll see if the opponent has like a Chief of the Scale here. That would probably be bad for us. Yeah, I think if you mashed my deck and the opponent's deck together, then you would have the pretty sweet Black-White Warriors deck, but probably want to Outlast here. I thought about attacking, but I decided to Outlast. First Strike. The 3-power First Strike matches up pretty well against a lot of the stuff in our opponent's deck, so definitely like to get the Outlast in when I can. Attack for 2, no problem. Yeah, the good old no-value Mardu Skull Hunter. Yeah, having to discard would be pretty bad here. So now I think I want to attack. The question is just, do I play Raider Spoils pre-attack? I can keep up Feat of Resistance. You know, it's probably worth keeping up Feat of Resistance when I only have 1 creature. If this guy gets killed, I'm like miles away, so... yeah, probably just want to keep up Feat of Resistance here. Until I draw another creature. How many creatures are in the deck? I have my deck list pulled up on my second monitor, so... 16 creatures, okay, which is a good number, so probably likely that I draw one. So taking 4 here, going to 14. I really don't want my life total to get too low to avoid getting blitzed out, so... ooh, Bitter Revelation. Well, that's not good. Yeah, if the opponent didn't have a removal spell, they're gonna have one now. Didn't really see any removal spells. Scouter Barons and a Plains. Oof. Jeez. So the opponent has lots of spells. Put the graveyard there. Mardu Skull Hunter. Okay, well that's good. We can kind of mitigate some of the damage from that Bitter Revelation. So we'll attack there. Alright, I'm not sure if I'm lagging. Okay, good. Yeah, I didn't want to accidentally click through my second main phase because of lag purposes. Alright, so we'll rip a card from the opponent's hand. Hopefully we get something juicy. See what it is. Defiant Strike. Hey, that's pretty good. So we can keep Feat of Resistance up, which is nice. My life total is higher than the opponent, so it's pretty obvious that I'm winning this game. Chief of the Scale, well, that's not good. And a Morph. Okay. The opponent was off red mana, it looks like, but they just hit it, so that's not good. Alright, so we go to 10, and we draw a Forest. So, not bad. Obviously, this gets, like, Murderous Cut online. The question is, do I want to play Raider's Spoils here? I really need to play that at some point. Or do I? Maybe I don't need to play it. You know, I think I want to keep up Smite the Monstrous here. I am afraid of my opponent's morphs. I think just attacking with the Bondkin. Nah, I'm not even going to attack. I have some pretty good I have some pretty good plays to make the game go long. I don't really see any need to rush this game. I think we should slow it down. Raider Spoils is good in a longer game for sure. See what they were going to do here. That was a carefully considered attack. Well, I think I'll probably block, and then my options are, you know, make them spend the mana, and then my options are Smite the Monstrous and maybe Murderous Cut and even Feat of Resistance is possible. Ooh, okay, so it's Inoc Tracker. It's the first strike one. So I probably just want to Murderous Cut that because I want to save. I think I want to save the Feat of Resistance to hit the Skull Hunter. So yeah, let's Murderous Cut. Cool. So that's a pretty good tempo play. Our opponent basically had to spend their whole turn. Ooh, okay, cool. So Timely Horde Mate lets us get back one of our sweet 2-drops. The thing is, I don't really want to use it to get the Bondkin back because it won't have the counter on it, and then the Bondkin's not that great, and then I have to spend a whole turn outlasting it, and it's just not a good scenario. So I don't know, do I pass the turn here? That doesn't seem very good. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to pass the turn. I think I just want to keep playing defensively. Or maybe I should attack with the Bondkin. Yeah, I think I'm going to attack with Bondkin. I might take a little bit of extra damage as a result of that, but I can give the Mardu Skull Hunter first strike and protection at instant speed, and I think that's just going to be a pretty big blowout. Eat one of my opponent's creatures. Hopefully the Chief of the Scale. Yeah. So I think I'm going to do that and eat the Chief of the Scale. But they could flip up that Morph, and it could be problems for me. Yeah. And I think I want to give it protection from black. It Doesn't get hit by Smite the Monstrous or Kill Shot. Yeah, protection from black. That's what I want. Opponent's thinking about doing something here, which is probably bad. Uh-oh. Throttle on the Skull Hunter. Okay. So I can attack and Horde Mate it back, which would be pretty juicy. Am I dead if I do that? No, I'm not dead, but I'm pretty close. I would have to block the morph. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for it here. This is pretty risky. This is going to be a close game for sure. Of course, the Skull Hunter comes in tapped. That's what the concern here is. So we'll keep up Feat of Resistance, which I wish I had. And we can get a card out of the opponent's hand this way, which is probably good. Yeah, Timely Horde Mate is definitely good in our deck. This is... Okay, we get a Swamp, so... Not a lot of value there. Yeah, so game plan this turn is to block the Morph. Delving Murderous Cut. Jeez, so that's the game. Oh, man, that feels bad. Well, the opponent's deck was pretty good. I was talking before about not letting my life total get too low. Polluted Delta. Yeah, I guess this is just in the deck for thinning. Yeah, I talked before about not letting my life total get too low, and this is why. Well, we did pretty well. 2 cons boosters, pretty good. I would have liked to have won the draft, but I thought my play was pretty good in this draft. But it's possible there was something I may have missed. You know, I'm gonna go back and watch the videos, check out every play, and I appreciate it if you guys would do the same. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you noticed, you know, any plays that I could have made better, or anything in the draft. I'm sure there's some picks that I made that were questionable. But thanks for watching. I hope everybody had a good time, and I will see you when I record my next video.